Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be doing a yes, no, or maybe of all the 58 books I read in 2024. There's a variety. I did not include my DNFs, so those were going to be a no. It's basically given that I wouldn't maybe recommend those books for my personal opinion. Disclaimer, obviously this is just for entertainment purposes. These are my opinions, my experiences. Maybe if I didn't like this one, you will love it, and maybe if you didn't like a book and I loved it. Books are different for everybody, and I know you guys know that. So let's get to it. I'm gonna be completely honest and just go straight to the point, give you a recommendation straight to the point. I'm gonna let you know if I liked it with a simple yes, no, or maybe. I'm gonna be doing this in order of the books I read, so there's not gonna be favorites, there's not gonna be all yeses in a row or all no's in a row. I'm gonna be going from the first book I read in the year to the last book I read. Let's start strong with the first book I read in 2024, Unravel Me, the second book in the Shatter Me series. No. Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. Yes, this is literally my favorite book by her so far. Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. No. Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. Yes. Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood. Maybe. The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. Yes. You With a View by Jessica Joyce. 100% yes. I want to reread this one soon. Hopeless by Elsie Silver. The whole series is a yes. The first one a maybe, and this one I'm so sorry, but no. Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas. This was the second one I read in that series, and yes. Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. 100% yes. I love Abby Jimenez. Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Also yes. The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J Maas. Yes, I read this one as the third book. Wild Love by Elsie Silver. Yes. The Long Way Home by Jessa Hastings. 1000% yes. I literally can't even speak about this book without getting too emotional, excited, and all of the above. Taming 7 by Chloe Walsh. This one is hard because it's a yes, but could be a maybe. But I'm gonna say yes because I just love this universe so much and these characters mean everything to me. This is my favorite series of all time. So I'm gonna say yes. I gave this one 4.5 stars, but it could have been better. Now we have the whole Heartstopper series. 100% yes. Specifically, volume 4 is my favorite. Either way, every single book deserves a yes and you should read them. The Reappearance of Rachel Price. This one is hard because I did enjoy it, but I wish it was shorter. I felt like it dragged out, so I'm gonna say yes because it was good. Any day could be a maybe, so this one, you know. Truly, Madly, Deeply by Alexandria Bellefleur. 100% yes. I really enjoyed this one, and I think it deserves more hype. Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. 100% yes. I really enjoyed this one. I also want to reread it. The Ex-Vows by Jessica Joyce. Bury me with this book. 100% yes. Beach Read by Emily Henry. Absolutely fucking yes. Like this book, perfection in paper. Heartless Hunter. This stack was kind of like, they were bang after bang after bang because this book, also a yes, and I need the second one immediately. Divine Rivals. Also yes, this is like the perfect fantasy for me. I loved every single page of this book, so how could I say no? Like, yes. You guys, this is what happens when I try to do this by memory and not use my phone where I wrote all of the books I read. I skipped all my digital books. So we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna say all of my physical books and then we're gonna jump into my digital books because, yeah. The Great Undoing by Jessica Hastings. This is the second Daisy book. 100% yes. Julian, Christian and Daisy. I love you guys. The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the third book in the Inheritance Game series. And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say no. I think that the first two books were the best out of the trilogy. And I know that she's putting out there more books with these characters, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I'm not gonna continue that. I have no interest in it. But yeah, that book is a no. I'm sorry, but it's a no. However, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Yes. Like, yes. Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. Yes. A lot of people were saying that West beats Cade, but in my opinion, Cade supremacy. Cade is on a pedestal in my book boyfriends. So, but I did like this one. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Yes, I was not one of those people that gave this book 5 stars. I really wish I did, but I enjoyed it. I had a fun time. Not one of my favorites ever, but yeah, I do recommend this book. Ruthless Vows. I'm so sorry to say no to this one because Divine Rivals is a yes, and Divine Rivals I gave 5 stars. I loved that one, but this one was lacking all the things I loved in Divine Rivals, so I would say no or maybe, but leaning towards the no. Funny Story by Emily Henry. This one is also a yes. I feel like at least the 3 books of Emily Henry that I've read are yeses. I've enjoyed them and I can't wait to read more by her, so yes to this one. Belladonna. This is the first in that trilogy and I really did enjoy it. I am gonna give this one a yes, but I'm more excited for the other books in the series. I felt that this one was a bit slow, however, I'm intrigued in the story. Cuando no queden más estrellas que contar by Maria Martinez. This was a really surprising read for me because I feel like I've said this a million times, but I'm gonna keep saying it. I read this book solely because I randomly had an urge to read a Spanish book. I asked for recommendations and this was one of the books that was mentioned. I went to the bookstore and this was the only book they had that I had in my recommendations list. So I gave it a shot and I couldn't put this book down. I really enjoyed it. I gave 4.5 stars. And see, God of Malice. This is the first book in the Legacy of God series, and you guys, yes, on my knees, yes, this book surprised me. 5 stars. This was my last 5-star of the year. And lastly, for my physical books, Spectacular by Stephanie Garber. If you've read the Caraval series, yes. If you haven't, read Caraval series first because this is a holiday novella that you follow the characters from Caraval. This is more centered in Donatella and I've received comments of people saying that they don't like Donatella. So if you don't like Donatella, don't read this one because you're gonna follow her. But I did like all of the characters, so this one is a yes from me. Now let's jump into the digital books I read. If He Had Been With Me, I heard that through audio. I feel like maybe if I've read it, it would have hit harder. I did not cry, which I was expecting that I was gonna cry, but I didn't. And that book is a yes. I enjoyed it. It's a book that I don't even remember reading, but it's still a good book. The Locked Door by Frida McFadden. I'm sorry to say that it's the no. I felt like that one was pretty predictable and it didn't stick out to me, so that's a no. The Last Word by Taylor Adams. That book is, first of all, the premise is so entertaining and I did enjoy it, so yes. The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. I loved The Deal, which this one is about Garrett and Hannah's daughter. I loved The Deal, but I didn't love this one, so this one, it's kind of a maybe because at the first part of the book I was enjoying it, but the last part of the book and a little like plot twist, you could say, it took me way off guard and I didn't like it, so maybe leaning towards saying no. I'm sorry. The Naturals and Killer Instinct. The Natural, I read the first 2 books in the Natural series and The Naturals and Killer Instinct both are a yes. The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. That's a no. I was so bored reading that book, never connected to the characters or the story. I didn't like it. I buddy read that one and my friend was the same, so I don't recommend that one, so no. Finding Me, Viola Davis's memoir, yes, and I recommend the audiobook, which is narrated by her. That's what I did and I did like it, so I do recommend it. Ward D by Frida McFadden is a maybe. Maybe because the twists are good. The story, it had good like mini plot twists, so I would say I do recommend it because it didn't I couldn't guess it, basically. Throttled by Lauren Asher. I got in my Formula 1 journey hyperfixation obsession last year. So as a reader, what did I do? I searched for Formula 1 romances and I stumbled upon Throttled, which honestly I've heard about that one before. So I gave it a shot and it cringed me out so hard. So that's a no from me. Throttled, I didn't enjoy. The Housemaid Is Watching by Frida McFadden. That's the second one. I mean the third one. The first 2, yes. The third one, I think that she's like milking that story. Just, like, no. I'm excited for the movie though, but The Housemaid is Watching is a maybe. A maybe because I feel like nothing was happening towards the book, but then it had good plot twist kind of. So it's a maybe leaning towards a no. I'm still iffy about that one. Play Along by Liz Tom40. Obviously, yes. That series has it's literally one of my favorite series of all time. I did not enjoy Mile High, but the rest of the books I have loved, and I'm so excited for a new release. So yes, 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 yes. Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. I heard that through audio, and I just had such a fun time reading it. I mean, listening to it. So yes, I would say yes to that book. The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. That's the first and only book I've read by Kristen Hanna so far, and I did like it, so that's also a yes. Zodiac Academy, The Awakening, the first book in the series. I'm gonna say maybe because I can see a potential for that series, but the first book wasn't, like, I felt like nothing happened. They just got to the academy and that's it, basically. I heard the graphic audio, which helped me a lot. It kept me really entertained. So the graphic audio helped me like be more interested into the story and finish it fast. So I would say that the graphic audios are amazing. So I will be continuing that series. So that's a yes. The Teacher by Frida McFadden. No, I think that's my least favorite Frida McFadden book so far. However, The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden is a yes. Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. I'm sadly to say that it's a no. I only read it because I heard it through audio and it was Christmas time. So yeah, if it wasn't Christmas time, I would have never maybe picked it up. Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney is a yes. I really enjoyed the plot and every little like mini plot twist and the final plot twist. So I had a fun time. I heard that through audio as well. So those were the 58 books I read in 2024. I had a great reading year. Hopefully this 2025 is way better. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you got some recommendations and you enjoyed today's video. So I'll see you in the next one.